Hey there, Matt and Shane. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you guys can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni and I work with business owners across the state of Utah. I actually came across your site with the St. George location, and I'm actually just based up in Utah County myself as well. So I put together a quick custom video for you guys just about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against your competition. I'm sure at this point you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's the catch? Well, that's a fair question. What I have found is that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, honestly just staying on top of jobs, that many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time the only reason you haven't hired somebody yet is because you don't know who to trust or know who is truly an expert. So that is exactly why I make videos like this. I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it still has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Seleni. Can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard, and if you can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video, you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave to you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. So let's cover the 3 things that are going to set Southwest doors and gates above your competition. First would be content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. And actually, before I keep going, I do want to mention something really quick here. I do see that you guys are, it looks like your main area is Las Vegas, and then you guys do target Southern Utah, so St. George area, and then Phoenix as well. I did run onto you guys because of your St. George location, because as I said, I typically work with Utah business owners, and I'm fine to work other states as well. And so I just wanted to hurry and throw that out there. I am actually going to pivot this video a little bit, and we're going to focus on the Vegas location because with my research here that I've done for you guys, it actually has a lot more volume than obviously the St. George, Southern Utah area. So we're actually going to focus there. But the information and research that I've done here can be done for all services, all locations. And so just wanted to kind of have that quick plug before I keep going. So now you're probably wondering a little bit about that as well. So, okay, so first up is content. So let's look over here at your website. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do, it has to be told through your content. So content is basically going to be anything here that you can see on your homepage that is highlighted. Sorry, it's not sticking there. This can be your text, it can be pictures, what your pictures are saved as, what's behind your pictures, all of that can be considered content. Now, let me kind of show you an example of what I'm talking about with the images here. For example, if we run over here to your images, we can do a right click, a save as, and we can see what you've got your image saved as here. We've got it as saved as that, nothing specific necessarily. Let's run to this image, saved as number 1, and this image saved as number 2. Now, this would be a great way to be able to leverage high volume keywords by including those here in your detailed image descriptions. Again, all of these things that I discussed are things that the Google bots are able to read and basically get an idea of what is your business, what services are you offering, what areas are you targeting. That is all going to help position you there in the search rankings. So the goal here is having unique and authoritative content. And you've got to be able to have enough content to be able to add in the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for in Google. That way somebody is finding the services that you actually offer. Most business owners do know that they need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank number 1 on Google for garage door repair, for instance, the average content count is 2,000 to 2,400 words on your home page. Again, we're making sure it has the right keywords and phrases that customers are actually searching for. Now, when I copied your content here from your website, I threw it into a tool. My tool here is showing me that your homepage alone is sitting around 389 words on your homepage. Now, if we jump over here into the number 1 comp in the Vegas area, we've got KMB Doors here. And when I went ahead and copied their content from their website and plugged it into my exact same tool, I can see that their site is sitting around 1,500 words on their homepage. Again, this is very beatable to go ahead and increase your content count here. Now, to continue on with the content, we're actually going to jump over here into one of my tools. This tool is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. It typically costs a couple $100s a month if you guys want to go get this for yourself, but it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So I can get a pretty good idea of what's working well for you and for your competition. So I ran a quick scan here, KMB doors again, and we can see this initial overview. We can see specifically like how many keywords their website is being found for and what type of traffic their website is driving every single month. Now, we're going to actually dive in here specifically to these keywords since that has to do with the content here, and we can take a look and see the exact keywords that they are ranking for and what your customers are actually searching for every single month. Now, to make this stand out a little bit better, we're going to actually type in Las Vegas here, just so we can kind of pull up and visually see specifically to that area what type of keywords people are searching for and where they're ranking. Paying attention here to this position column, this volume column, and then the keywords, obviously. So you can see here they're ranking in like first, second, third position for pretty much all of these initial keywords here. And then with the volume, we're going to pay attention to the specific keyword. We've got garage door repair Las Vegas. That is being searched alone 800 times every single month. Las Vegas garage door repair 200 times every month. Garage door replacement Las Vegas 150 times. Garage door repair Las Vegas, Nevada 100 times. Garage door spring repair Las Vegas 100 times. Garage door repair in Vegas 70 times. You get the picture here. Between all of these, you're looking at hundreds of people searching for those different garage door services, and they're being found in the first or second, sometimes the third position there for all those really high volume location specific keywords here. Now, what would happen to your business if you guys were getting all of that traffic, or even a percentage of that traffic, right? They're not going to get all of that. It goes into the top rankers. So if you guys are even getting a percentage of that, what would that do for your company? Now, if we jump over here into your company, into the same tool, I've got your URL plugged in here. We can see the same type of overview. We can see how many keywords your website is being found for and what type of traffic your website is driving. Now, if we dive specifically again into the keyword section, we are going to do, let's spell Vegas, right? That way we can kind of see, again, the same thing to pull open and get a visual idea of what you guys are ranking for. So again, paying attention to your positioning column here, your volume column here, and then obviously the keywords. Now we're going to dive in specifically to that Vegas area again, because location specific is really where you're targeting your actual customers. So it looks like one of your highest ranking Vegas keywords is gate repair Vegas. That is being searched 70 times a month. You guys are ranking in the 32nd position for that. So you guys are landing on the third page of Google to be found there for that. Next one, this one's a decent high volume one. Garage door installation, Las Vegas, 150 searches every month, but you're landing on like the 6th page of Google here. Garage door, Las Vegas, Nevada, 30 searches, 20, 70, and then down here you've got some others as well, but look, you're in the 60th, 57th, like all the way up to 78, 83, 84, 95th position here. No, sorry, that one was a Phoenix one that I was looking at there. But all of these other ones, you're being found for a lot of great keywords. This one's a high volume. Oh yeah, that's that Phoenix one again. High volume there. And again, we could do the same research for Phoenix because I know that that has a lot of search volume there as well. Again, all of this could translate to all of it, all of the different location areas. But really interesting to just see where you guys are actually landing with what you're being found for here. And again, if you guys are able to rank in a higher position, so you're actually showing up in those search results, what would that do for your company to be able to have that? So again, first thing to wrap up here, helping increase your content count. Again, having enough of it to be able to add in those right high volume keywords that your customers are searching for. This is 100% beatable. Your competition is doing this, and that's what's driving their business, and it's 100% beatable if you guys are able to get that done. Now, second thing we're going to talk about is citations. So let's actually jump over here into Google here. So when I typed in, again, one of those high volume keywords, garage door repair, Las Vegas, the first thing that pulls up here is the ads section. Now, of course, here's the thing about ads. Ads can definitely work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in, or if customers are using like an ad blocker. So just be really careful to not burn through your money here on Google Ads unless you know for sure that your site is going to convert. So we're actually going to jump down here below all the sponsored ads sections though. We're going to jump down below into this area. This is the coveted map area. This has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, what is a citation and why do they matter? Well, great question. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You've probably used this section, and maybe you've even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here in the top 3? Well, the number one thing that Google looks at is a thing called citations. So what are citations? Well, they are actually super simple. It's just your company name, address, and phone number being listed on as many online directories as possible. Having citations like these helps Google to be able to verify you and then give relevance to your local business. So to push your business up here on the top 3 spots on the map pack, you just need to help increase your citation game along with other optimization of your Google business profile here. When you get more citations than your competitors, especially from authoritative and industry-specific sites, your credibility boosts, you gain more trust from Google, and therefore that pushes you here above your competition. Now, that's great, and you might be asking, okay, how do you actually do that? Well, we do have paid tools like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that'll tell us exact directories that your competition is listed on. And then we not only need to go match what they're on, but then we need to dominate them. We don't want to just stop there. So what we've seen is that most industries with the garage door repair here, they're probably sitting around 200 to 350 citations. So if you're pushed down below that second, third, fourth, fifth page of Google, you might only have 30 or 40 citations. So we not only need to go get those that'll match your top comp, but then we need to go beat them online. Now, let's talk about the last thing that I wanted to cover with you today, which is backlinks, or often called link juice. So this third pillar is really going to help you dominate on Google. So again, when we searched garage door repair Las Vegas, if we scroll down below the ads and below the map pack, we get down here, down into the organic listings section. Now, you can see here that when we scroll down, your site's not ranked as number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now, we know that this is where we want to be because Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses here on Google are getting about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results and are never making it down to your listing. And so in order to get here, you guys have to beat out your competition in every aspect. You need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, this is where backlinks come into play. So simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think about it kind of like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest, the businesses with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you guys are in the garage door repair business, right? You wouldn't want to get a backlink from like an ice cream shop linking back to you guys because you don't make ice cream. Although that would be tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But having a backlink from a local blog or industry-specific site linking back to you, that would be much more effective. Now let's jump back over here again into my tool. Let's go back to the overview. We can actually take a look and we can see here specifically you have 59 backlinks being pointed back to your website right now. That's not bad. It's actually a great start. It's just not dominant. Now, if we jump over here into your top competitor, let's jump back into their overview. We can see they've got 625 backlinks being pointed back at them, and some from very strong, relevant sources. So again, how do we get these? Well, here with my tool Ahrefs, I can actually go in and I can see the exact links that they actually have being pointed back towards their site. We can go get these exact same links or even higher quality links to go beat them. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you here to the top of Google, it is not magic. It is just a tried and true method, and I have shown you that method today. So again, the 3 things that you're able to do today to grow your online presence is first, focusing on that content, getting up to at least the 2,000 words here on your homepage with the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for in your area so that your company gets found. Second would be citations, getting your name, address, and phone number listed on as many online directories as possible. And lastly is backlinks. You just want to make sure to get more strong, relevant, authority backlinks pointing back to you guys. That way you show Google that you are the authority. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. So I'm sure that at this point you're sitting there wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. If you feel like you cannot handle any more clients every month, then that is absolutely fair. Just send me a quick note saying that you watched the video and tell me your thoughts. I would love your feedback. I really appreciate it. It helps me get better every day with the stuff that I do. On the other hand, if you are ready to grow, you can take this blueprint and you can implement these 3 strategies on your very own today. I gave you the exact formula that businesses are paying tons of dollars to have, and it is all yours to help your company. Now, if you found this information valuable, and if you're one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to my email. We'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation and see what I can do to help your business really thrive. And again, with that, I'm also happy to jump into your different locations as well. Happy to jump in. I mean, this one was mostly just generically off of Vegas. Happy to jump into Phoenix. I know that's going to have high ones, or into St. George as well. Obviously, I know these are all going together, but just let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. Once again, my name is Seleni, and I hope to hear from you soon.